You never got angry.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Nigga, it ain't nothing in you that can win a fight. It ain't nothing in you, Bosco, that can
Want to bring y'all some evening cheer.
after our brothers look on you, nigga.
Afternoon cheer. It's the afternoon. Beautiful day today.
Man, bitch, they ain't fuck.
Yeah. I was thinking, you know, I like to have a thought here and now and again. I think about things. And, you know, I think about how some, you know, we have a large amount of us, I guess, are perceptive enough. I don't want to say, you know, make it a contest, an intellectual contest or, you know, or a class contest where we believe that anti-black racism exists in America, and to the point where I guess a lot of times people who don't necessarily believe the same, or even not necessarily believe as much, might tire of the point that we get to when we speak so frequently about it and how it permeates society as a whole in general. So we hear those people, you know, they say there's no such thing as white supremacy. You're playing the victim. You're making excuses. And I guess, in fairness, some of us might take advantage of our actual victimhood. You know, and you know, victimization is not something that should be held as an adornment that grants you some type of anointed privilege. I mean, victimization is a circumstantial incident that occurred in your life. Everybody. And when I say everybody does, and for the most part, from my knowledge and my understanding, I haven't heard any different, have experienced some level of victimization along the course of their lives. So, you know, now the only difference is the level of victimization, whether it might be a psychological or it might be physical, or, you know, or varying levels in between, you know, it might be both. But the thing about it is that, you know, being a victim, you know, is something in which you're trying to change the status of. It's not something that you beholden to yourself as if it's some form of empowerment. So I think along the lines, okay, these people say there's no such thing as racism. And oddly enough, you'll see them on their Facebook timelines or Instagram or TikToks or what have you. They'll pull out the most stereotypically racist of tropes out and post them, you know, for laughs and giggles or maybe social commentary, where they want to suck their teeth and, you know, shake their head in disgust of the action of the damn, let me get where I need to get. They suck their teeth and, you know, give disapprovingly at some of the actions or the words and things that the other black African American blacks and Negroes you know, identify as NIGGA, like myself. You know, things that we might do, you know, being a human, and we all have our level of experience and experience, whether it be, you know, just life experience or experience from environment. You know, people don't understand what, I mean, I guess they may understand it, but they overlook the credence, the importance of environmental you know, your environmental. I just said what it was. How that takes part in your victimization. You know, your influence, your environmental influences. So, let's see. So this all plays out. But the thing I wanted to get to was that how I recently saw a couple of things. I see a lot of things that are of this nature, that are similar of this nature, that consistently happen, where and I'm just women, because I know there's women. I don't really look at men. I mean, I can also make the argument that men are victim of this circumstance as well. It's sexualization. The sexualization of the black woman. You know, all the way back to Venus Hottentot, you know, where they paraded her around and on tours to foreign lands, and to the point where they actually had her corpse on display. And even on up until today, you know, these are rappers, you know. I guess it started off with the Lil Kims and the Foxy Browns, and you know, it goes on up to the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions, and you know, it's sexualization. You know, you'll have Beyonce. She consistently, you know, it's more of a body. I mean, I guess, you know, you want to appeal the eye, but really, if you're making music, you want to more appeal to the ear. I mean, you know, women appreciate their figure as well as men appreciate their figure. I guess, you know, women say, well, it's my body. I express it in the way I feel, whether you like it or not. You know, they want to feel as if some of them want to feel as if someone else appreciates their body. And no, most noteworthy from my perspective, from their perspective. I guess, you know, some may want to know what it feels as if you know, want to make sure that another woman like themselves appreciates their beauty. But sexualization, man, you know, it's like at the point, well, I seen this ad where this politician, you know, I guess I want to fancy her being a congresswoman of some sort. She came out and was twerking. I mean, and it's like, oh my God, she's just dancing in a swimsuit. But you're in places of power. I don't understand. I don't necessarily want to see I don't want to see Hillary Clinton drop it low, or you know, just Kamala Harris. I don't even want to see Cammy, you know, shake a tail feather. So why would I want? Why would you even consider that? That's that get your booties to the polls type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, not only are they're allowing you the lady, the woman, to the belief in, and there's a belief to it that sex is, that your virtue is power. There is power in your virtue. But they would rather have you believe that the fact that you are able to control it and you can expose it in a way, in any way, shape, or form in which it may suit you. Of course you can, but the problem, I mean, not necessarily the problem with that, but also the thing that must be considered with that is that you also have to be particular about the time and the place and then the avenue and the platform in which you are revealing yourself and revealing your sexuality to others as a woman. I mean, if this is the reputation in which you want to carry forward as a woman, and you really don't care. But like I say, I can't really speak in this. You know, I'm just, this is my perspective. This is my opinion. I can't tell a woman nothing, you know, about how she should handle her sexuality. But what I'm saying is, sexualization is not a form of, I mean, it's maybe I'm thinking on the lines of economically, I guess sexualization is empowerment. But as far as building political structures and societal norms and good morals and ethics, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily saying sex. Lust is unethical. Lust is a sin. So it is to my understanding that lust is a sin. So it's like not only do they use the sexualization to deceive the black female, the black woman, you know, whatever iteration of the opposite sex of the male you may choose to identify her or they or you as. They utilize the sexual. They attempt to convince them that, hey, you know, you shake more ass, you show more ass, you on top, you know, and they award you for that, and they give you the little modeling contracts you can wear. You can wear the Versace pasties on your nipples, and you know, have your cheeks out. You know, it's just when they take the celebrity, the ET pics, they say it was such a stunning look. She looked elegant, you know. And in the meantime, it's like, you know, you can't. That ain't, you know, that's PG-13. You know, they got this. I don't know, man. I guess in my elder statesmanship, I've grown a little crotchety, and I've grown a little hoity-toity, church boyish, church old man. This deaconish. I've got a little deaconish. But yeah, man, I'm at a good old Candyland and plantation in which I take my stand and earn my bands. Oh yeah, and you know, going in here to do my little functions. But I think I'm going to only be here for about a half a day, cause I'm going to Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I'm going to head to Cleveland, Ohio. We're having a celebration in remembrance of my dear grandmother, my maternal grandmother, Mrs. Bessie Hudson. Yeah, those are times I'm anticipating what this will be. I don't know. I don't know any details about that. That's really what I'm saying, but you know, I'm sure it's going to be a grand old time. So I'm going to be hitting the road, and I thought I was just going to work the whole shift and then like sit down for about an hour or two and head out. But I started washing my clothes late, and I got some wet clothes at the crib. I didn't want to leave them in the dryer because, you know, you never know what kind of chicanery might happen when you leave your clothes in the laundry room. But even though the laundry room's got a lock on it, so if anybody steals, it had to be a neighbor. But you don't even want to go through that shit at all in the first place. But you know, that's just po nigga stories, po nigga boy stories. Eyes identifies niggas. So when you hear me say that word, you know, it's directed at my kind, or myself and my kind. You know, I Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton in the NAACP. They you know, I never let go. I hopped in the casket with the word nigga when they call themselves Bernie. Yeah. But I'm in Facebook jail on my regular page, man, because I was talking about good old Robert Primo, you know, the admitted serial killer who said he saw another parade. He said, maybe I'll stop off right here and dust this up. But then he changed his mind and kept on about his way. Robert Primo. But my Facebook page is my main page is in jail. My brother Grady Purdue is in jail. So, you know, this page has a different feel because it has a whole lot less of the, you know, stuff that I followed along the course of years. So, but also in that, it also has less people to, you know. But again, the virality might be different. But then again, Facebook also knows that, you know, the same account associated with that account is this account. So they do shit with both accounts. So, yeah. Peace and love, y'all, man. I go in here and mess around for a little while. And I get back at y'all at a later time or later date.